What's going on, everyone? Jim here, back again, and today we're going to be talking about SMT5 Vengeance, Shin Megami Tensei. Now, this is the re-released version 3 years later after the Nintendo Switch version came out in 2021, which I did play that first, and then by the time I played that, I think it was 2023, so this came out only a year later, and Common Atlus re-releasing a definitive version of the game. It didn't really matter to me because I didn't own it already, but for people that did, I totally get it being frustrating when they do this. Hopefully, this is the last time. This I understand them doing because it wasn't just the Nintendo Switch getting re-released or the PS4 just getting it again like Persona 5 Royal. It was released on every major platform, so it came to the Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, PC with this re-release of the game. And as you can see here, this is the Xbox version. It is fully preserved on the disc, even though it's a smart delivery game. It's small enough to fit the whole thing on here, so that was good. For some reason, they just released a demo, and they had an update to promote the game, I suppose. So, for some reason, that demo is only on Steam and PlayStation. It's not on Switch or Xbox, which is really weird to me. I don't know why. Like, I could understand if it was like Switch, PlayStation, Steam, because maybe it didn't sell so well on Xbox, which I can understand because, JRPGs, American console, whatever, right? But it's not on the Switch? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, let's take a look at this. This is the cover, slip cover here. Usually when they re-release games like this, they have a steelbook for it to commemorate it, I guess. It looks pretty cool, but basically the story of this version of the game is there's a new canon of vengeance. So these 4 demons here of the Kadishtu are the major plot of that, including a new party member, and the party members are controllable in this version of the game, unlike the original. Let me flip this over. Yes, that's the full picture there, and I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it is like kind of reflective. But yeah, there's the disc. You get this little DLC, and then I will show you how the actual game looks like right now. Okay, we are in the gameplay now. So, as you can see, every time you load up the game, it'll actually show you what your current objective was if you left off in kind of a weird spot and need a refresher of what to do. So that's nice. And the game actually starts in the real world, which I say in like quotations because it's technically not even real, but it's convoluted. If you play the game, you understand. But basically, it's not in 2 halves like Persona, where there's gonna be, always a day side of things, or there's not even actually a calendar system in this game.
Hey.
It's actually just you just kind of play the game. There's not like days that progress necessarily, even if days might go by. It doesn't have a specific day or anything to it. There's no like specific events like that. But there is like technically a like real world and then dungeon world in quotations. But yeah, this is just what the little school part looks like, as you can see at the very beginning. This is when you set up your name and stuff like that. But yeah, the game will kind of do a little tutorial, and you see how you become the now Biho. And I'm just kind of gonna jump to that because that'll get you a good idea of what the gameplay kind of looks like in this game. Besides this, also I just want to say, man, this game looks so beautiful. Like the art style, like how the way the characters look, they look really, really cool and good. So W art designer, I forget his name, but he's really good at his job. Something I forgot to mention before we get to gameplay. There's like an overworld map. So eventually, when I'll make a video on SMT3, it has this very, very similar map to this, except that's also in the it's not the distortion world. I'm thinking Pokemon Platinum. I can't think! Why can't I think? Hold on, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, I don't know if I just couldn't remember, but anyway, it's just called dot and then blank. So it'll be like dot colon, and they'll just have the name of whatever area you're in at that current time. So it's not necessarily a specific name of a place, but it's basically the Vortex world from SMT3, so where the demons are, and then this is like your real world where you're a human, which you're definitely in, not just like in SMT3, that's only the beginning of the game, whereas in this game you actually do come and go between this place and the
Vortex World, I'll just call it so it's easier. But yeah, just a little thing I'd like to mention. Because there's little side quests you can do in this world that you can't do in the Vortex World, like I said, I'll call it. Okay, now going to battle stuff. Something I forgot to mention are the settings I'm using. I might have said, anyway, 3050, the 4 gig on the laptop Victus. Where is my... No, I didn't apply anything. Channel? No. Graphics. Okay, yeah. So these are my settings in case you're wondering. Not a hard game to run at all. Actually, very, very easy. It was a Switch game, so every port will look really beautiful because originally it was developed for the Switch, so anything even remotely more powerful is gonna run well, because it's scaling up from a Switch, so it's not too bad to run. Even the first time I saw this part of the game, because I played the game originally first on the Switch, when I just saw, I don't know what it is, but seeing this in full, like, 60, and, like, you know, full HD resolution, I guess, even though the game already, I thought it looked good on the Switch for what it was, but, like, this version of it, man, my footsteps on the sand, there's just something about it looks super
Young
cool.
man,
so here's my guy, Aogami. We fuse with him, become the Nahobino, or the Proto-Fiend, as they have 2 names, because multiple people can be a Nahobino, that's what it's called when they fuse in this game, and what we are called is the Proto-Fiend when we do that, so a little Dragon Ball moment for you there. Okay, and
until then,
first towards battle.
may your new power guide your survival.
Here we go. Also, I really like the design of the main character, but he gets an even cooler design later down in the game. Don't know if you've seen that yet. Really good. Also, I think if you do, because I'm doing Canon Vengeance, right? So how this works is there is the canon of creation, which is the original game. Then there's the canon of Vengeance, which is the new story of the game. So think of like scenario A and B in Resident Evil 2, but like way more diverse. It's essentially like a, I guess you could say Persona 5 Royal, where they add stuff in the game that fundamentally changes later on, but this changes even more than that. So, just like Persona SMT has weaknesses, the difference with this game is you get to distribute your individual stats. This is what Metaphor gets it from. So in this game, a lot of people like to focus on strength and physical. SMT is kind of a recurring thing. I think in SMT4 it's like magic instead of physical. You can always have a physical build, those are always fun. So yeah, that's literally the first battle. It works basically exactly like Metaphor Persona. Press turn system, which is I think my favorite system that I use in these games. But yeah, overall, you're gonna see it's not really open world. It's kind of like Sonic Frontiers where it's open zone. So there's like a bunch of different areas and they're really wide open and whatnot. And you can kind of roam around and collect stuff and find demons within there. So, I guess like a less linear Pokemon style type of thing. I swear it's not this bland desert the whole time either. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just yapping about this, but I don't know how I'm recording this on the demo because this is the easiest way to show the game. I do own the game, obviously. I was just showing the thing earlier, but this is the easiest way to show it. I don't even know how long this demo actually is. Atlus just recently released this, and I think November, so it's very, very recently. I don't know how long the demo is. I definitely do not think it's nearly as long as Metaphor's demo. That was 5 full hours. People put insane amount of time into that demo. I don't think you can do that. You can transfer over your data from this demo to the full game, though, which is very, very nice. Always good when demos do that. It feels like there's way more of a reason to actually play the demo to do that. Like, it justifies, you know, and you get, like, I think little bonuses sometimes for playing said demo. At least in Reaper, you get like a little bonus for that. Anyway, yeah, so that's basically how this game works overall. You have your like overworld exploration part, and then you'll get into battles with demons. You can see them in the overworld. It's not random encounters or anything like that. Very wide open areas. There's a lot of like parkour, as you just saw. You'll be able to like climb a bunch of different stuff to get to specific areas in order to get specific items. fight certain enemies. But yeah, it kind of has like an intriguing story. It's like, how did you get here? Why is it like this? What's going on? But the Canon of Vengeance, I think, has definitely better story than the Canon of Creation. The characters are far more involved. I think they're more, like, they're better written. They're more well written. So yeah, overall, I think the Canon of Vengeance is just a better way to play the game. That being said, though, there's two endings in Canon of Vengeance, which is like a Chaos and Law one. If you finish, I think, either or, and then you go into the Canon of Creation, you can fight a super boss, I believe. I haven't actually done it yet, so I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure. And there's something at the end of that. So it also makes the Canon of Creation better, because it has all the quality of life features that are not just in, like, the Vengeance route. It's not just part of that, it's in the entire game as a whole. So even though the Vengeance story is like a different thing, which has quality of life, that's also in the main game. So overall, made the game better, the pre-existing one, and they added a whole like better story to it as well. But yeah, this guy's basically your shop guy. There's also the World of Shadows in this Leyland. And then you can find the Mimon, which are like collectibles in this world, and they give you glory, which gives you more abilities. It's really, really cool. I mean, it's an RPG, so there's a bunch of stuff to scale your power up, make you more strong as you recruit demons. So unlike Persona, instead of just fusing personas, you're fusing demons in this game, and you negotiate with demons to get them to join you like Persona 5 does. It actually got that from SMT 5. I mean, not 5, just SMT in general. SMT 5 is not the first one to have negotiation, but that's a little Mimon. Which gives you glory to make yourself even more stronger. But I just explained to you as quickly as I could in essentially a tutorial of this entire game, a baseline of how it goes, how it plays. But it's a lot of fun. I really like SMT5. It's definitely my favorite SMT game. I really like SMT3. It's pretty close between 3 and 5. But 5 wasn't my favorite until Vengeance came out. That's when I really, really liked and enjoyed it. So I feel like they added a lot to the game, and it's just a really, really cool game. So I highly, highly recommend checking out the demo on Steam or PlayStation if you have either of those, and highly recommend buying the game. It's probably on sale when I'm making this video. Don't know when it'll go live, but yeah, they go on sale a lot though, so it doesn't really matter. If you're interested in the game, definitely go ahead. You can also save anywhere in the game now. You don't have to do it there. You used to have to, you don't have to anymore. There's also a big old map, and it'll have little items marked on there, and once you pass through an area, it'll show the way to there. It's much more easily traversable than it used to be. So yeah, that was basically yapping all over this gameplay. I'll link the demo in the description so you can download it. The Steam and PlayStation links to see it. And yeah, let me know what you think of the game in the comments. If you've played SMT before, played Persona, what you think. Soundtrack is amazing, by the way, both regular and the Vengeance. All the boss designs are really cool, the story is really good in Vengeance, but yeah. Overall, really good improvement to the game. Wish it just wasn't a re-release. It'd be nicer if it was like a DLC to at least the people who got it on the Switch already. It always kind of sucks when that happens, but yeah. Let me know what you think of the game. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like. If you're not subscribed and want to subscribe, you want to do that. You don't have to if you don't want to. And yeah, that's about it for this Streaming Like Halo video. And I'll see you in the next one. I always have a little part at the end of my video showing something I probably forgot to actually show. I talked about negotiating. This is what it looks like. You can probably get an idea. I don't necessarily have to, but if you wanted to know, they'll have like dialogue options. They'll try to say what they want to hear. Sometimes it'll be kind of backwards. The first one you ever do, the fairy, is pretty straightforward because they want you to recruit them. But yeah, that's how it works. How you get your party members. You negotiate with demons. They'll either ask you for money, ask for items, they'll join you. That's your party member, and you can have a decent amount of them, and you can get more as you collect the Mimon for glory, and you get more money and stuff like that. You can pay for like more stock to carry along with you to have more parties. So yeah, that's the end of the video now. Thanks for watching.